Three-letter news.
Breaking news. A massive fight has broken out in the Tantown's group chat. We have reporter Chu, who has infiltrated the group chat to dig deeper and to tell us more. Hello, reporter Chu, are you there?
Thank you, reporter Ngo. We were able to acquire a video of the two Tans fighting earlier. We will now be live streaming the video.
Woke culture and political correctness are the most vital factors that contribute to world peace. By avoiding words that are derogatory or pejorative, everyone will always be happy. This culture calls out and punishes people who offend others by expecting them to take accountability for their words. By constantly challenging the status quo, woke culture pursues social justice through social equity. Woke culture cannot be bad because it fosters respect by calling out and correcting those who have offended others.
How dare you? I disagree. If our freedom is limited to saying politically correct words, what even is freedom? Woke people think that by calling out and canceling other people that they're agents of change. They've been brainwashed to think that they're the victims who do not have agency. Therefore, their only way to spark change is to complain, protest, and engage in disruptive acts. Instead of engaging in open discussions and debates about touchy topics, society has resulted in canceling and arresting people. So many people have lost their careers from being canceled, and someone literally got arrested for calling a police horse gay. I don't know how you idealize this kind of society.
The mayor from Tantan has now sent the news station a video response to the fight.
On behalf of Tantown, I would like to apologize for the disturbance our Tan citizens have caused. However, the town agreed that woke culture and political correctness limit people from talking about touchy topics and respecting different opinions. Topics and ideas are censored from the fear of receiving negative backlash that will turn into being cancelled. Soon enough, too many words will be considered politically incorrect and the freedom of speech will be suppressed. Looking back at Philippine history, one of the contributing factors to the escape of the rule of the Spaniards was for Jose Rizal to go against what was acceptable and to use language that was considered highly offensive. Despite the Spaniards having power for the longest time and control over the truth that dictated the history of the Philippines, Rizal challenged the status quo by using his annotated edition of Morga's Successos. He used it as a propaganda weapon in hopes of exposing the abuse of the colonial Spaniards. It is through this discussion that offends and attacks the Spaniards that the distorted truth implied by the Spaniards was resolved, and a grounded base that serves as a path towards the formation of our nation's identity was formed. If Rizal were alive today, his works could easily be seen as problematic, and he would be silenced for it. In this light, we believe that open discourse, even when it's uncomfortable, is necessary for progress. This concept can also be seen through the words and actions taken by Jose Rizal when he was facing criticism. In his reply to De Los Reyes' criticism, he stated, "Let it be put on the record that this question was provoked by Mr. De Los Reyes, that until now I have only spoken of him with admiration and respect, even if I do not agree with his opinion, for I have always believed that I could not raise myself to be his judge." In this statement, it can be seen that despite Rizal's disagreements or even offense with this person, he does not morally condemn De Los Reyes, which is what woke culture often pushes people to do. His response shows that people can reject an idea, but they can still speak of its author with admiration and respect. When we try to block every statement that might hurt someone's feelings, as woke culture often does, we shut down honest discussion and lose the chance to solve real problems. Shielding society from offense should not come at the cost of silencing important topics and conversations. It is also worth mentioning that Rizal himself chose conversation over censorship. As Ambith Ocampo stated, Rizal gave himself the difficult task of rebutting the biased chronicles, and in so doing brought into existence an Indio viewpoint of the history of the Philippines. By annotating the Morga, Rizal did not denounce it. Instead, he replaced it with a Filipino voice that invited readers to weigh evidence and argue back. Rizal's method of correcting, conversing, and clarifying is able to show how society can progress whenever opinions or views are voiced rather than silenced. It reminds us that speech, which unsettles or even offends, must be protected, because only open exchange can uncover errors and deepen understanding.
Now that is all from Tantown. Back to you, reporter Ngo.
Thank you, reporter Chu, for the information that you have given us. I'm being told that that's all the time we have left for today. Thank you viewers for tuning in to the 3-letter news. This is your host, Cedrik, signing off. Till next time.
3-letter news.